life. But also, I want us to quickly go to the National Prosecuting Authority, which is currently also giving reaction to the sentence.
He did not plead guilty voluntarily. There is a difference between remorse and regret, and the accused was rather feeling sorry for himself rather than feeling guilt and sorry for the crimes that he has committed and how he has affected the family of the little girl. So we are happy with the sentence as the NPA, and we continue with our resilience in the fight against violent crimes, especially those committed against vulnerable groups. And may God continue to bless our prosecutors. May He continue to broaden their shoulders, because society's burdens are carried by these prosecutors working closely with the investigating officers, and these burdens continue to grow in society. So hence I say that may God continue to broaden their shoulders, continue to give them that resilience and strength as they continue to carry victims and affected families by hand, preparing them for these testimonies, gruesome and heart-wrenching testimonies that they continue to hear in court, but nonetheless remain strong because they know that society is dependent on them.
There's one thing that the judge said in his judgment, that society is tired of this. Society is sick of these acts being committed in the country. Do you think that this will serve as a deterrent enough for would-be offenders?
Well, that remains $1 million question, Mangoba. We've continued to argue for stringent sentences. We've seen our courts delivering sentences, life imprisonment, multiple life imprisonment sentences, but these crimes continue unabated. But as the prosecution, we cannot tire. Nor can we give up this fight. We continue to be the voice for the victims affected by crime.
Okay. No, thank you very much, Phinde.
That was Phinde Mjonondwana, the National Prosecuting Authority spokesperson, basically telling us that the NPA has welcomed the sentence by Judge Karam. And I think it's also worth noting that the defense in this case was saying that Simiao is basically remorseful because he decided to plead guilty to these crimes. But the court saying merely him pleading guilty to the crimes does not show that he's remorseful. It might be him being sorry for what he did, but it doesn't mean he's remorseful. You know, the judge was also clear to say for the fact that Simiao right now will not see his family for a long time. It is because of his own making, and that could not be used simply as a mitigating factor that he must not be in prison for long. And that is where it is right now. We're also going to speak to the community of Orlando, because you must remember that it's this community that went on a manhunt with police to ensure that they find the person who killed Amantle Samane, and in this case it was Phethe Simiao.
All right, Neria Tlakuta, thanks for getting us that reaction from a number of vantage points. Of course, we're going to be speaking about this case, I think, for quite some time. But for now, let's leave it there. Neria Tlakuta is our reporter live from inside the High Court in Johannesburg.